afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast from your host, Paul.A.D, the one, the only master of propaganda of here till 1 vs 1 on Rechnaya Pereprava in the south. It is Paul.A.D fighting here for the Oberkommand West, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 7th Panzer Division. West in the north, it is VoniVan fighting here for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Communist Stalin, with tank hunter tactics forming up the 213th Rifle Division with, well, tank hunter tactics, triple infantry, noting your infantry production bulletins so you can get out conscripts faster. Paul.A.D with the double infantry section, or double infantry bulletins plus a medical supply bulletin. We got lead armored, firestorm, and special operations. So, only a few options there for Paul.A.D. We'll have to see there. For now, of course, with an immediate choice here of tank hunter tactics, we'll likely try and set up some nasty ambushes. And we've certainly seen players like Lenfer in the past use tank hunter tactics to incredible good use there. Since if you can set up a really good ambush with the ability, you can do some serious damage with anti-tank grenades and quickly finish off a lot of armor. So we'll have to see what VoniVan makes of the docks and they compare it to a Lenfer. Sturmpaniers will head here straight to the conscripts. Up close, of course, the Sturmpaniers will win this hands down, unless, of course, VoniVan can get more conscripts fast enough. Since Sturmpaniers were great in 1 vs 1 engagements up close, do tend to fall very short and sort of large engagement. They suddenly find themselves focused. Then we got more engagement. So yeah, if VoniVan can beat those early Sturmpaniers, should have a much better chance. Of course, if these Sturmpaniers get out of control for VoniVan, VoniVan's going to have what you'd call a very bad time. And there you go. Finally push back the Sturmpaniers. They take out several chunks of his infantry. Now they're concentrating heading northwards as Paul.A.D's coming the rest of his forces northwest. And we got their special operations doctrine there for Paul.A.D. Very much the typical Oberkommander's doctrine there, where all again sometimes with ground offensive, it has quickly once more materialized, crystallized around special operations. Also, I would almost say calcified. I'm definitely starting to feel like this doctrine needs something changed, and there needs to be some other big change to the Oberkommanders, because it's starting to look a bit worrisome when every single time almost when you see an Oberkommander's player, you can sort of guess special operations. So I don't know. But anyway, triple conscript there for VoniVan. Might see a 4th squad here. There we go. It certainly makes sense when you have a lot of conscripts anyways. Making a big push for the centre of these, basically leaving the eastern field open, but also probably just expecting he wants to try and keep Paul.A.D in the defensive. More fortunate there for Paul.A.D. But with special operations, I mean, it's reasonably, I think, safe to say it's going to be, you know, Mechanized Regiment, Lux Puma into Command Panther. So the interesting part here will be how VoniVan reacts to all of this with tank hunter tactics, and certainly a lot of conscripts with anti-tank rifles should prove to be a very handy counter there. You're also going to disrupt here towards Paul.A.D's car point, taking him with the sandbags, in this case bit slow. I mean, had he been a bit faster, they probably could have gotten some good shots from the Sturmpaniers, probably had this engagement won, but oh well, either way, sort of putting, you know, some pressure then Paul.A.D with those moves. Up north here, conscript was full going to do, but now the forces are outnumbering the conscript, meaning this is not an engagement for now. He's going to win. He should better just retreat, because obviously he's just going to throw a manpower there for Paul.A.D. Seizing the southern field point there, Paul.A.D keeps up pressure. There's VoniVan looking to turn the tables on him. And VoniVan now is going for the Special Rifle Command, which is an interesting pick here, since normally you'd pick it sooner. So I'm not entirely sure what VoniVan is planning with his move against Paul.A.D. Maybe a scout cut, maybe filled with conscripts with anti-tank rifles. I mean, that'd be a novel approach, but I don't know if it will be the sensible one. Back here, the conscripts sending out Special Rifle Command up. It might be snipers, it could be penal result back up versus all of Paul.A.D's infantry. And he's going for a 5th squad there, so he's committing very heavy to the full committees meanwhile, to try and push back there against VoniVan's heavy infantry builds. While he's, of course, looking to get that mechanized regiment up as well. So Special Rifle Command there, just waiting for some order to pass through from Stavka, or at least VoniVan. And northwards are trying to threaten Paul.A.D's fuel there. Not bad in the south there, for the routed. Had sandbags out, in this case caught moving out. And we got the scout cover for VoniVan, so again, scout counter tank rifle could be a thing, but even in the early game, as long as Paul.A.D doesn't have a track, you know, set up, I mean, his troops will be vulnerable to an M3A1, so that also just some sense there. Sandbags here, no sandbags here, but that's not going to matter anyway, since we're immediately under counterattack there from Paul.A.D and the 7th Panzer Division, also known as the Ghost Division, due to its rapid movements in France 1940, under the command of Rommel. Forces the pushing back the conscripts, using the eastern fuel point back here, wiring off the sandbags. Almost got the victory point. He could probably try and bait him into the fuel point there, further away from the front line. Scout car there popping ahead. Immediate choice there, truck moving in here for Paul.A.D. It'll be interesting also how Paul.A.D reacts to this, because I mean, in this regard, this build order is very unorthodox. I mean, he's again thinking, okay, a lot of conscripts, all of a sudden he's getting hit by an M3-1. I mean, that's going to be a bit confusing there. So, nice play there for VoniVan. Nice play again. It's risky though. I mean, you know, you usually don't see this sort of build for some reasons, but you know, at the same time, if pulled off, you know, skillfully enough, it can throw off your opponent, just leave them a bit confused, like, what the hell is my opponent thinking? And with certain players, that can actually be incredibly powerful. You just even briefly just leave them sort of thinking, what the devil is this guy up to? So there might be some psychological warfare here being enacted by VoniVan. We got anti-tank available as an upgrade for the conscripts, the PTRS rifle, which is a fun fact. When it was introduced into the Soviet army, they didn't have the ammunition ready for it for several months. So that caused a bit of a problem there. Little fun fact. Medics on the way there for VoniVan to help support his troops. Very good. Mechanized rigging there, halfway down for Paul.A.D. He's also forming up a massive reinforced platoon here of infantry, just full focus on the Sturm Pioneer squad. He is really just going to try and swarm here for VoniVan, and for now lacking machine guns or any other suppressor weapons, is going to struggle with this, no doubt. I mean, his other best option would be to somehow hope that Paul.A.D just, you know, waltzes into a satchel charge or a demo charge, but that's being pretty ambitious, pretty optimistic. I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, usually when you begin sort of these types of blob tactics, like in your sort of normally players that are good at handling a lot of infantry, just skills drop like hugely when you begin doing that. As you suddenly, and it's just switch mindset. This flip like switch goes off in your head, and just unit preservation goes terrible. So theoretically, could maybe work out, but there you go. He's just now swarming out, spreading out there. Having the initial sort of fist there, he's now sort of spreading his hand out a bit more, looking to poke out VoniVan's eyes this time around. Having hit him in the gut. There you go, Panther fast off. And of course this tells VoniVan that he does have a truck out. And he's likely expecting, possibly even hoping for, you know, something from a mechanized regiment, so he can that way hit it with the tank hunter package. Scout car's about to go down. Back here, troops in reinforcing. We should probably see some tech eventually as well for VoniVan. I mean, an anti-aircraft half track with all of this infantry, and then of course backed up anti-tank conscripts could possibly be an idea there for VoniVan, though it's going to be quite munitions intensive, since A, the half track's going to require a lot of munitions, and of course the conscripts will require a bunch as well. So I mean, it might not be what it's going to go for in the nature, and say, oh, T70 makes a lot of sense, obviously. Other looks is about to get done here for Paul.A.D. Conscript in there, 2 kills, veterans, 1 more conscript in there. Back here, troops in reinforcing. Close quarters engagement here. Bit of a dance here between these two sides to look to hit the element. There you go, tank coming up for VoniVan. Again, likely T70, but he could consider the half track. He could. Got looks rolling out there for Paul.A.D. One of many patterns or sort of types of tanks that are based off the Panzer II chassis, which was not really meant as a combat tank in the first place, sort of more like a training tank, like for the Germans to get the heads around the concept of the tank, how to build and use them. But of course, as the war began, it turned out they didn't have enough of the Panzer IIIs and Panzer IVs they wanted to use, and so the Panzer II and Panzer I pressed into service. Scout car on the way there, and to make sure the facilities and such, you know, actually saw usage, they sort of, you know, tried coming up with different patterns of looks or models, Ausführungs. Up north, their point being seized. Another scout car there for VoniVan. He's definitely committed to them. And there you go. Got the first anti-tank rifle upgrade up there ready. Triple PTRS. And of course, anti-tank grenade assaults. He might be hoping to sort of bait his opponent into the anti-tank grenades and of course pelt it, as Lenf has done in previous videos. And quite skillfully so. Was able to take out, you know, quite some sizable equipment like an Ostwind flak panzer using that particular tactic. So now we'll see how this pans out for VoniVan. We got flares off there from Paul.A.D. He obviously wants to know what the devil his opponent is up to. Bring westwards there, flamethrowers and the rifles. Looks bring westwards as well. Scout there pummeling away. More folks coming in. Huge swarm into there for Paul.A.D. Making use of his large amount of infantry to control the field more aggressively versus VoniVan. And there you go, big push there. Comes going to have to retreat as well. Of course, this more or less tells Paul.A.D, if he paid attention, that, you know, A, VoniVan's gone for tank hunter, and B, he's hiding those bastards in the bushes. So, we'll be seeing a half to an anti-aircraft now. Considering he can go for it now, and he isn't going for it, The answer is probably no, so it's most likely the T-70 or the H-6M. Though again, I'm guessing T-70, the H-6M, if Paul keeps blobbing up, could be quite effective with his artillery barrages. Plus, it's going to be good because it's likely going to be anticipating the Puma anyways. So, grenade assault there. Also, another potential threat there from Paul.A.D with all of those false grenades. I mean, he can be able to chuck out a lot of infiltration tactics assault. I mean, that's a lot of grenades instantly, you know, push out from all those false grenades. So in that regard, VoniVan has to be mindful of the false grenades, since again they could just pelt him with it. Of course, the question is if VoniVan is aware of that many false squads out there. I mean, sometimes it can be a bit tricky to tell like how many units of a certain type your opponent has out. Like, you know, again, I had 5. I mean, sometimes I've even had cases where my opponent thought I had more than, like, you know, 2 of a unit, and I was just spamming them when around. I only had 2 of them. So, I mean, it's interesting to see if VoniVan is aware of these sheer numbers of folks there that Paul.A.D's arraying against him, or if he's just, you know, thinking, well, it's just 4. I might just be seeing double. But there you go. Gardo Fulton squad says definitely win there for him. Panzerfaust takes out the scout car that's only abandoned. The crew, though, expires, but the vehicle lives on in the name of socialism. Back here, troops reinforcement, got the T-7 on the VoniVan standard stuff there. No fancy half tracks for VoniVan. Fixing up the looks like Aufklärungspanzer. Panzer. Popping back into ambush. Got a demo charge there. In this case, it's going to get spotted, but I like the idea. I like the idea again, in particular because again, Paul.A.D does like to bunch up his infantry, and he's setting up a demo charge to the right spot. Could, you know, prove very, very detrimental to the health of the infantry of Paul.A.D there. If we then run into a demo charge, very detrimental. T-7 light tank out. Mine goes off, that kills Petrov and Yuri, but Dyatlov lives on. T-7 out there for VoniVan and the Red Army, and he can also ambush it if he wants to. Not that I see much purpose in that yet, but he could. He could. Back in Paul.A.D's space, we'll probably, well, we got a lot of medical supplies, so we might not want to go for the Belgrave headquarters and just go for more light vehicles instead, and just stall for the command panther that way. Of course, you need to be careful for VoniVan that is with the T-70 here, because there is a Puma, and that can very quickly put a very final end to the T-70 light tank here. Also worth noting, we actually got penal troopers out now here for VoniVan. He's also lost his engineers, but a penal trooper squad. Interesting. He's willing to go for penal troopers this late into the game. That is definitely not usual for a Soviet player. Another scout car again. He's really keen on those M3A1s. Really keen. Not saying it's a bad idea, but it does stand out. It does stand out. Looks going up there. 6 kills. Slowly, very slowly approaching Richmond. Tomb got the truck out there for. Oh, is he planning a Shroud Punted quarters? No, hang on. That's the. That's not a rally point. Is he actually planning it? So he may not be going for a Command Panther stall after all. Ooh. Well, things just got a bit more interesting from Paul.A.D's side as well. Yeah, look at that. That's the fun kind of surprise, when someone actually looks to be like just going for the usual, you know, I would say pretty dull over-commanderous mess, and then sort of makes a swift turn there. I mean, he could still be just stalling for the Command Panther, but it does seem slightly less likely now. Now and again, trying here with the anti-tank rifle scout car to take out the Puma, but in this case, the moves in to take out of the cut-off point there. Nice play there. He doesn't have the Shroud Punted quarters, but certainly this is going to be quite effective to sort of get around the Shroud Punted quarters, but he needs to get more fuel out and probably get some more armor at some point. Nope, by the way, he's attacking ground. He destroyed the wreckage. Just make sure it's gone, so Paul.A.D can't salvage it for fuel. Quick grenade there. No, it's not uncommon for assault troops to carry around a large amount of grenades, or for that matter, defensive troops, in particular on the eastern front, holding up a lot of grenades to the prepared position as they waited. The Soviet assault wasn't uncommon. In fact, it was also seemingly a bit common to have a bunch of telemines along with that, because, again, you may not know, but telemines could also be detonated besides just having something trip, you know, the thing on the top, the detonator there, you know, tank drives over, whatever. You could also, like, you know, attach a cord to it and sort of detonate it that way, in which case it could also be used as a demo charge, or satchel charge, if you will. So, little fun fact there. Troops arrived, and of course, this immediately informs VoniVan that his opponent does have these Shroud Punted quarters up with its similar flak. It also tells him his opponent's gone for spare cops, but he's actually got more options than the Command Panther, which in that regard makes Paul.A.D a bit more dangerous, since, you know, options means unpredictability. As again, normally, I mean, he just have to deal with the command panther, which is nasty, but at least he knows that's it. But now he might have to worry about Orbison with assault rifles, Panzer IVs, Yak Panzers, Panthers of a regular sort, just backing all the stuff up there. So suddenly, VoniVan has a few more balls to juggle in the air. And that could possibly give Paul.A.D there some slight strategic advantages, depending on, you know, how he presents his stuff and uses it. And lots of infantry there for VoniVan. In fact, he's committed to a 5th conscript squad. He's also going to equip a lot of them with anti-tank rifles. In fact, I think he's almost equipping every single one of them. In fact, he might also be upgrading those chaps. But that's a lot of anti-tank rifles, by the way. You can just hear that is a total of 12 anti-tank rifles. Which is, of course, going to be a lot of anti-tank firepower. But on the hand, it's going to mean his infantry will, you know, kind of suck versus other infantry. Or at least not perform as well. Wouldn't quite say suck, but they're definitely going to struggle. So yeah, 4 anti-tank upgrades there, which again is 3 per squad. It's a total of 12. Still, Paul.A.D is enjoying a fat victory point advantage. He's got both fuel points. In fact, he's got most of the map. VoniVan here needs to do something a bit more drastic here, otherwise he does risk getting crashed beneath the armoured treads of the fatherland here. Without VoniVan really having much to start with, except just, you know, throw his men out and hope, you know, the anti-tank rifles at least, you know, jam one of the treads, I guess. Since in the actual war, anti-tank rifles are not particularly good against armor. I mean, they're sort of reasonably good against side armor of the tanks. They got close enough, and of course the Germans came up with side armored skirts to help counter that. So that sort of made the anti-tank rifles less great. So little fun facts there. Oh, right. Here's a little fun fact about the Schwerpunted quarters. It auto-targets, you can't target for it. So basically here, what VoniVan is doing, he's using the troops in the house as bait, and they're going to be safe from the Schwerpunted quarters. They're not going to take too much damage. At which point he just moves in everything else to attack from another angle. Oh, wait, what? He can also change targets, I guess. Yeah, I can, but you know, it still kind of went off there. It kind of went off, and again, not targeting that one, so again, notice the other countries just keep firing away and destroy the Schwerpunted quarters, so, you know. Slightly wrong there, but overall, for the most part, you know, the tactics and logic behind it still makes a lot of sense there for VoniVan. He took out the Schwerpunted quarters, and now Paul.A.D is, you know, short that. He should at least gone for some Orbison, you know, to punish the conscripts. I mean, he's now obviously going to have to go for the Command Panther. They could threat to go for Battle Group Headquarters, try and stall for the King Tiger, but at that point, Spec Ups just start to seem a bit weird. Besides just lots of grenades, and he's going for another truck, so it could be Paul.A.D might just, you know, decide to go, you know what, I just want to go for the King Tiger, and there you go again. Just lots of anti-tank rather they just quickly tank for the looks, and the Puma there could be next. Again, I suspect Paul.A.D may just be slowly regretting not bringing up any Orbison, since against all of these anti-tank rifle equipped conscripts, the Orbison would have had a very fun time. Now the T's are in there for VoniVan, so he's just going to focus on the infantry and such. And now, no take up there for VoniVan, would have been nice to see, but you know, double T7s with a lot of anti-tank rifles could prove a problem there for Paul.A.D. So yeah, truck out there, and lightning again, Battle Group Headquarters. I mean, he could, I suppose, go for another Schwerpunted quarters, though that would be a bit on the sillier end. But there, Battle Group Headquarters. I mean, he could attack, he just, you know, didn't need to place it all the way out there. He could have placed it inside his base, and he could have attacked safely. That's usually what happens when you get greedy with the Schwerpunted quarters. You know, you get kinda punished. That's kind of what he did. I mean, he placed it so far ahead that he couldn't easily support it, defend it, and was just mostly just isolated. Plus, in this case, again, you know, if you use the fact that he can't, you know, you can't select a target for it, has to decide on target on its own. I mean, again, it's just going to focus on one thing at a time, getting an attack from, you know, separate angles, or having stuff that draws away fire. It's going to quickly, you know, go down to that. So, well played there for VoniVan. Got to understand there how the Schwerpunted quarters works to destroy it. Of course, with this, Battle Group Headquarters, you can go for the King Tiger. He's still giving me some time off now. Phenomenon, of course, is being much more bold. He's being much more aggressive. He's got 2 teams to back him up again. He's got a lot of anti-tank rifles. What Paul.A.D needs is probably some machine guns to help deal with some of the infantry. Again, he probably should have gone for that sooner, or Oversoldaten. But definitely also, I would say, there by Paul.A.D. Heading the southern field for them with the conscripts. People moving for the victory point here, but we got the looks nearby. 15 kills, 52. Running up behind, there we go. The cover means nothing. And of course, conscripts hiding about there. A lot of folks there as a conscripts. T7 back up. We got ace level T7 there for VoniVan. Very good. Punishing there him further for bunching up. The folks there go grenade assault again. But of course, this all happens under fire from the T70. I mean, he just gets a lot of free shots. Comes to the south here, pushing back the looks. Paul.A.D suddenly struggling a bit more. Comes being shot to bits. I'm guessing he's going to go for the King Tiger, since you know there's a lot of anti-tank rifles and a bunch of T70s. The King Tiger is undoubtedly his best bet. Though of course he still needs to be careful not to get, like, you know, surrounded and pelted. Betty 2 then the Puma almost got the T7, got the anti-tank coming up there, taking fire there from OKW, I guess, and the MD-54 with incendiary on things around. The T7 goes down. Definitely being there for Paul.A.D and the 7th Panzer Division. He's like been pushed back quite heavily. His opponent's down to 93, still has a massive amount of victory points. So if Paul.A.D, you know, stays calm and plays his cards correctly, should have still a good chance of winning this. Another T7 there for VoniVan and the Red Army. Another T70 light tank. T70 sitting out there, troops reinforcing. T70 halfway done, seizing the southern victory point over the conscripts. Good play there, good play. Back here, troops reinforcing. No repair power needs by for Paul.A.D. He can't go for the Command Panther, but again, at this stage, King Tiger just makes much more sense, since the main issue for Paul.A.D is not armor, but it's infantry, and the King Tiger eats infantry for breakfast. In particular, we can actually get it somehow to eventually get the spearhead mode going. Since, as we saw with the Tiger Ace being nerfed with spearhead mode, moving that from Eti 2, the spearhead mode is actually really good versus infantry, since it allows it to suppress troops, thus having a slightly better chance at finding infantry. Puma moving out there, Vetchini 2, 1 kill. T7 to the Puma there, taking heavy fire. There you go, T7 flanking. Of course, got this large small conflict thing here from the sides as well. Very good. Very fun pick. Grenades completely missing the mark, and he gets too close. Then he gets too close. Oh, shite. So he's going to lose the Puma. That's a. No. Oh, yeah, he lost it. Massive loss there for Paul.A.D and the German army. We do get an MD-54 out there, and again, more would probably be a good idea here. By the way, for Paul.A.D to help deal with all the infantry, since again, there's a lot of infantry out from VoniVan and the 213th Rifle Division. Another T7 for Paul.A.D, or for VoniVan. Again, he's very much building up a force composed of anti-tank riflemen and just backed up by the T70s. An interesting force composition for sure. That one I think I'd recommend to most players. And again, probably would be more manageable if he had some orbitals and just really hurt the conscripts. I mean, at this rate, though, Paul.A.D is going to be some time away from getting the King Tiger out. He could try and swing hard for the eastern fuel, actually. Trying to avoid the sort of a head-on assault there. Another MD-34, very good. Note, of course, I'm a bit surprised we haven't seen more assault rifles, of course, again, with all the grenade assaults there. I mean, that's obviously going to be a huge munitions expenditure. We are roughly 3 minutes away now from a King Tiger here for Paul.A.D and the 7th Panzer Division, the Königstiger, the Tiger 2. Or Tiger B. Like, it had a lot of sort of names like that. Choosing game flanked by Kednafa, looks sort of hanging back here for Paul.A.D. Conscripts hiding out there, getting ready to ambush any armour that tries to get too clever there. Up north, pushing for the victory on the fuel point there. 349 versus 93 of VoniVan. Comes they caught and suppressed by the MD-54. I want opening up here. Might want to pop some city archers down to as much as possible. To be honest, just to help murder all the infantry and slow it down. See some of the fire there. Troops being suppressed. Luke's moving forward as well. They need to be careful not to get too close. Missed the T7 there. T7's going for like Kednafa. Another Kednafa there for Paul.A.D. He's getting close to the King Tiger. Still happening at a glacial pace here. Troops being suppressed. Forces and murdering the penal troops up close. Double T7 as the MD-34. Almost tearing apart there. Another Kednafa almost done. Penal troop was routed. Up north here we got fighting here with another team. We're going to push back the Fulton from the victory point. Sturmpanies moving forwards. Again with the recruit by the Fulton, but they're getting murdered by the T-70s already. Sturm's up here with the conscripts. There you go, HT involved with 28 kills, tearing through Paul.A.D's infantry. Looks just can't really do much against that. Second Academy never done, but he's going to have to get Salina within range and not immediately murdered. Machine guns being wiped out. Just things are falling apart here for Paul.A.D a bit. Again, he's getting ever closer to the King Tiger. And certainly, Van will struggle a bit versus the King Tiger, and this Paul.A.D absolutely mishandles it. Ooh, grenade assault there. He might just be able to clear up the machine gun and deny it to Van Ivan, which is of course going to be crucial there for Paul.A.D. Again, we get machine gun turning up as well. And we got an anti-tank bombing run in just to murder stuff. And gets the Kednefer crew. Good work. Very good work. Their foot's about to get wiped out as well, but he is taking staggering casualties. He's also barely getting any fuel. I'm surprised they didn't even try to cross over. He just, there's no resistance there from Van Ivan. All of his defenses, all his forces are centered around the western part of the road here, the North Road. Whereas again, the south is, or east, or whatever you like to look at it, is just utterly open. So I feel like Paul.A.D is perhaps getting a bit too stubborn, a bit overly focusing just one narrow part of the map, which is of course to the advantage of Van Ivan by a long shot. Looks actually free belly, pretty good there. Bit quiet there. And seconds away from the King Tiger. Down to 254 was the Van Ivan's 93. Is Van Ivan should of course be aware of the King Tiger now, supposedly he's going for howitzers. It's not going to help against the King Tiger as ton, but it can certainly clear a lot of the support there.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Troops heading eastwards. Paul.A.D slightly sounding like a Saturday morning cartoon villain. Next time, Van Ivan, I will not tech. Anyways, King Tiger moving ahead there. Howard's ready. Shot missed. That's not a great start for the King Tiger there. Slightly better here, but still not what you call amazing. Still needs to keep it properly supported, since he doesn't want to get caught up in anti-tank grenades and just damage engine there. AC could be tied for the King Tiger. Paul.A.D charging ahead there for the fatherland. Hits the wreckage of the Share Punted Quarter. He's finally pushing Ethos there, by the way. Very good, very good. Shot fired, missed. Anti-tank troops moving in there. He's going to try and hit it with the anti-tank satchel charges. Good hit there, almost takes out the entire unit. And white, that's good. Yeah, that's much better for Paul.A.D here. Of course, he needs to still be careful about corners and lots of conscripts with anti-tank rifles and anti-tank grenades. In the southeast, holy moly, points there being finally seized. There we go, looks charging forwards there. And of course, with the King Tiger, Paul.A.D has a much more formidable weapon. Of course, he still needs to be mindful of corners. And these are some very nasty corners, like a big charge here could possibly do some heavy damage to the King Tiger and leave a much more easy target for Fernando to deal with. There you go. Yeah, again, mind your corners. Mind your corners. There you go. 2 anti-tank conscript squad, grenade assaults there, completely clearing out most of the health there of the King Tiger. I mean, nice patience there, but Van Ivan, Paul.A.D there, definitely getting a bit too confident as King Tiger. He gets a wipe though. I mean, that's big. We got the teams on flank up already here. Kednefer's moving out. Trying to get the King Tiger out of there. Good hit on the T-70. Looks flying away there as well. Getting some penetrating hits there from the T-70s on the King Tiger. There we go. 1 T-70 is down. There's only 1 left. But they can fight. The other one's far away. Comes to flying away at the King Tiger as well. He's trying to get Fulton close there to take it out. Tiltify also raining down. They got Luke's getting against 4. Comes report about to get wiped out. Engineers about to get wiped out. Paul.A.D is striking back hard here for now. For now, he's going for more T-70s. Got the artillery hammering away there. Like a raging god of, well, socialism. Communism. Possibly Marxism. southern points being captured there by VoniVan. King Tiger in dire need repairs. Getting repair pioneers is very much the best idea. You need to get the Sturm pioneers working on as well. 29 kills on the looks. He's at 160 versus VoniVan's 93 still. He's been able to tear apart a significant part of VoniVan's forces there from the land of the living. Constantly charging forwards into the looks. Need to be careful, of course. Repair pioneers ready. Going to fix up the King Tiger. T-70 going straight for the Keddenwerfer. We got 37 kills on it. It's definitely doing great work there for VoniVan. 30 kills. Looks like flanking up behind the T-70, having some penetrating hits there. Might have a chance of taking out the T-70 of the looks, but it's still going to be close there. Troops routed. King Tiger there. You need to be careful with the repairs, by the way, since obviously if he gives away the position, VoniVan's going to hit that spot with artillery. He wants to kill the pioneers. I mean, he's likely not going to take out the King Tiger. They could get lucky, but if he can kill the pioneers, it means the King Tiger will stay off the field for longer. And the longer the King Tiger is off the field, it might as well be dead. Good here on the T-70 from the King Tiger. There we go, till running down. Sturm pioneers almost wiped out. He needs to get them back there for reinforcements. There we go, first artillery strike down. He's reinforcing the Sturm pioneers. He's pulling back the King Tiger finally. They should reposition the Sturm pioneers just a bit. Luke's being repaired. Oh dear. And there you go, directly on the King Tiger. Actually took out a significant bit of the health there. Forces are taking losses. Pushing eastwards again. Good. Those T-70 is definitely a bit of an issue there for VoniVan. There you go, it looks fixed up. Unit wiped by the artillery. Like, VoniVan is he's causing huge casualty there in Paul.A.D now. And he's going for the H6M. Calling in an assault gun now. Troops suppressed. King Tiger being fixed up. He could add the pinlock machine for a bit of extra added into infantry, which I think would be a good idea there for him. More countrymen got named before the whole coming to the victory point. Very good. That's going to stop VoniVan there from just charging ahead. But of course he's got a T-70 backing him up. He's got enough of them to easily just support whatever attack he wants to, or do what he wants to. I mean, you know, certainly highlighting one of the strengths of having a lot of T-70s. Even does get. I mean, he's going to be weak versus tanks to a degree if, you know, Paul.A.D, you know, doesn't just charge his tanks or leave them exposed to, you know, sudden anti-infantry rash, anti-tank rash from the infantry. Finally, they're pretty much in the King Tiger. 16 kills for the final line. Kept setting up. Good here on the T-70. 38 kills. King Tiger blitzing. Misses. Of course, with combat blitz, it also gains a slightly higher rate of fire, so you can still fire again swiftly. Fun fact there. Shoots. Misses. 17 kills. Grabbing the northern field point. He was losing the southern points. There you go. Excellent. It almost takes out the entire counter squad. Solidify there around the King Tiger's area. Back here, troops are reinforcing. Looks good to go again there for Paul.A.D. Troops heading northwards there. No assault rifles. Good handling of infantry light vehicles there by VoniVan. Tiger setting out. Comes flanking there. Go here on the H6M here by the King Tiger. The Tiger 2. Looks moving in. 31 kills. Good, and the Contra taking out half the unit. Halfway to 52 on that King Tiger, which then be huge there for them to get their fast engine again. Faster interpretation and better accuracy is great for the King Tiger. Good in the T-70. Of course, they'll need to be careful with the anti-tank conscripts, and he wasn't. Now the damage in the King Tiger. Good hit there. An anti-tank bombing run to try and finish off the King Tiger. Luke's charging in there to cover the flank out instead just explosives and more fire. A Keddenwerfer's forces machine going in there. Both of Paul.A.D's tanks are now heavily damaged. Got the T-70. But now got I think raining down here. Oh, no, he's wore off. He has to somehow get the King Tiger and then get repaired. Of course, the problem here for him is he's not playing with the lead armor, so he can't just self-repair the King Tiger. He can't. Otherwise, you could that way, you know, pull it back slightly. Use self-repair to quickly fix up the damaged engine, then move further back. We got the H6M moving in here. 77 versus 89. Moving up through the stream, but they said they're getting murdered there by Paul.A.D's infantry. More Sturm pioneers will also be good to hear for Paul.A.D at some point. And we got the Howitzer firing in there, eventually too. He's shooting at more or less the expected path the King Tiger's going to take there. Good play. Keeping out on the flank here, taking power of the King Tiger and the Stumpune here, being suppressed the machine gun. Main gunner and the King Tiger. Oh boy. Academy of a crew obliterated with a single hit there from 152mm gun howitzer. "32 kills from the almost ace looks. Meanwhile, we got 38 there, and we got another T-70 there for VoniVan and the 213th Rifle Division. T-70 moving in. Fixing the King Tiger. That's going to need a lot of fixing. A lot of elbow grease.
You are showing weakness. We are down to 75 points.
T-70 hit there looks gaining the ace level, but it doesn't really help with combat directly. I mean, can you suppress a fight? It comes down to it, but... Like, well, he's going to suppress, and there you go. Looks went down to the anti-tank rifle, plus the F6 moving in there. King Tiger, engine working, main gun working, infantry charging force there. But again, due to the smoking wreckage of the looks, he can't see the infantry and shoot easily with the King Tiger. We got a bit more fresh movement in the south there, good. Halfway to the ace level there on the howitzer for 9. We got 77 versus 73. And I suspect he's just going to fire straight at the King Tiger's position, possibly. King Tiger moving ahead here, shoots, gets a good hit on the T-70, gains eventually 2. Need to be careful not to get hit. Oh, he's going to get hit again. He gets the T-70, but once more though, he gets pelted with the anti-tank grenades. In the southeast, the T-70 with the 40 going to punch fast. Then another T-70 for VoniVan in the Red Army. King Tiger down to half health. We got the Puma on the way there for Paul.A.D. to help deal with all the T-70 and whatnot. If only he'd gone for some orbital dad. When he could have. King Tiger there, 27 kills. Artillery fire raining down awfully close. I think you should move the Sturmpanier a bit further behind here, just to minimize risk getting hit by a stray artillery shell, since that could be very uncomfortable for Paul.A.D. and the German army. 70 versus 71. Fully taking hits from the artillery. Puma out. King Tiger almost good to go there once more. 67 versus 71. Shed is definitely, you know, not going to get up again. Rumoured to once been the summer residence of Trotsky. Comrades telling me sure the Shed would be dead. In the south we got looks at Puma as the T-70s, looks is long gone. King Tiger for the 70s, careful calls it again, charging him with the anti-tank grenades. This time the King Tiger gets a safe distance. But it's always taking heavy damage to the Academy after the anti-tank rifle, and there you go. Gets within range, gonna pelt it. Infantry getting murdered. He's lost his Sturmpaniers. There's no way of easily repairing the King Tiger except the repair parties. That's going to be happening at glacial pace. Main gun is out, and there you go. The King Tiger's down. And with that, Paul.A.D's, well, only real hope of winning this, I would say. And there you go. GG. Game over. A loss for the German army. A victory for the 213th Rifle Division. And a stay for the from the Gulags for VoniVan. So a brutal fight here on Rechnaya Pereprava, an unorthodox strategy for now. Well, Paul.A.D going for more orthodox. Again, with some surprising elements. The promise just would see the executioner, but he should have gone for Orbisoldaten. Again, I feel like some Orbisoldaten with light machine guns in for assault rifles put a lot more pressure on the conscripts, and you could long just kept the support against the T-70. I think it would have been a much better spot, but again, he didn't go there, and then of course he had to go for the King Tiger, which again worked, but again it lacked something extra to pull through. But yeah, I still think, you know, an interesting and exciting fight here, using part again just for VoniVan's very unorthodox strategy, very heavy on T-70, certainly showing how good they can be, and showing also how good the anti-tank conscripts can be. Though they probably do require a deft hand again. Paul.A.D counted it harder. It probably had some more issues. So you know, there you go. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell your enemies. And if you like what I do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon, and links are in the video description. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all one for audience. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.